welcome to the India Development Debate. I'm Nayantara Rai. 13 states, 97 seats. This is what's at stake in the second phase of the Lok Sabha elections. This phase is going to decide the fate of all the 39 seats of Tamil Nadu and half, about 14 of the 28 seats of Karnataka, besides the 8 key seats in Western UP. You've got 10 in Maharashtra, 2 in Assam, and the seats in the hills and border areas of North Bengal. Some of the key contests in this phase are Gulbarga, where the leader of opposition, Mallikarjun Kharge, will take on Umesh Jadav of the BJP, who has the support of the disgruntled local Congress leader. And there's Sivaganga, where you've got Karti Chidambaram, the son of the former finance minister P. Chidambaram, and fighting a major corruption case. You've also got H. Raja of the BJP, Silchar, where the incumbent MP and the Mahila Congress president Sushmita battles the wave in favor of the BJP's Rajdeep thanks to the Citizenship Amendment Bill. Some of the seats which will see tough fights are Raiganj in West Bengal, Solapur in Maharashtra. You've got Bangalore South, Fatehpur Sikri, Mathura in West UP. And then let's talk about Tamil Nadu. Who will this state bless in the post? Will it be the politics of Jayalalitha or of Karunanidhi? Can the JDS-Congress alliance stop the BJP in Karnataka? Can the agrarian crisis and the popularity of Prakash Ambedkar, a key contender in this space, topple the BJP? Can religious polarization change the equation in Simhanchal? All this and a lot more coming up on this edition of the India Development Debate. Joining me this evening, Vivek Reddy, the spokesperson of the BJP. We got Gaurav Ballabh, the spokesperson of the Congress Party. We're also being joined by political commentator Sanjeev Srivastava, as well as Dhanya Rajendran, the editor-in-chief of the News Minute. Thanks so much for joining us here. Dhanya, I'm going to come to you first, not because it's a case of ladies first or anything like that, but I want to start by talking about Tamil Nadu. It is a state where politics really matters. It's a state where people are really passionate about their politics. It's also the first time you're going to see a general election without Jayalalitha after her demise. So, the DMK sweep, is it a given? How are you reading the politics at the moment in the state? Is it actually given? Can other factors, is a state which is obsessed with its film stars, their entry make any difference at all?
Well, it's a first election which Tamil Nadu will be seeing post Jayalalitha and Karunanidhi. So it is in AIDMK without Jayalalitha and a DMK without Karunanidhi. The DMK definitely has an upper hand these elections. I wouldn't go as far as saying they will have a sweep. The AIDMK, with its arithmetic of the coalition, with certain caste groups that it has got together, definitely does have the numbers in at least a few constituencies, in a handful of constituencies, I would say. Now, what will work against the AIDMK alliance in Tamil Nadu is the sentiment in the state generally, which is against the BJP. Now, in Tamil Nadu, of course, there is animosity against the BJP and the central government to a large extent. So that could work against the AIDMK alliance. But there are a few constituencies where the alliance is still hoping to do well or at least win a few seats. So I wouldn't call it a sweep for the DMK, but definitely they have the upper hand.
Okay, so DMK has the upper hand, and so now let me just go across to the Congress spokesperson Gaurav Ballabh on this very issue. This is going to be a very, very important phase. Of course, every phase is very, very crucial. This is one where you may have got your alliances right. This is one where you may have read it right.
Yeah, that's true. And one more thing, I want to continue with my last speaker, that this time Tamil Nadu is going to vote for Tamil's pride, because they had seen how OPS, EPS and how they are working as a Modi's representative in Tamil Nadu. It had never happened in the past. It's somebody from the central is there as a chief minister of Tamil Nadu. And second thing, Tamil Nadu is not going to forget that how Modi government had done a stepmotherly treatment with them as far as the devolution of funds are concerned. Finance Commission report. Please remember, the people of Tamil Nadu, that this is the same government who had reduced the funding from the central government to the state government, and for that matter all southern Indian states combined together and moved to Delhi regarding what unjust happened to them as far as the Finance Commission report is concerned. So we are very hopeful with our 3-point agenda. First, Nyay, because we are going with our positive agenda of Nyay, that how 5 crore families are going to get benefit of 72,000 per year. Second, employment, that how we are going to fill at each panchayat 4 vacancies, because new 10 lakh jobs we are going to create, and there are 2.5 lakh panchayats, so every panchayat will have 4 government jobs, and 24 lakh remaining unfilled government jobs we are going to get filled in 1 year. And the third is that how Tamil Nadu lost because of demonetization scam, we are going to again put Tamil Nadu at the mainstream, because Tamil Nadu is known for MSME, and because of demonetization scam and Gabbar Singh tax, more than 50,000 units of MSME.
Let's not get into the history. It's a 30-minute edition. It's a 30-minute edition, Gaurav Vallabh. Let's stick to the discussion at hand, which is the second phase. If I can now invite Vivek Reddy to come into this conversation. Vivek, what went wrong for the BJP as per the psephologists and what their reading is, or of experts like Dhanya who we have on the show? How did the BJP get Tamil Nadu so wrong? Or was it a case where you stuck with your alliance partner and therefore you are no longer enjoying the kind of majority you might have enjoyed in a different kind of a pre-poll alliance? There's a lot that's been said that about how Narendra Modi's own rallies failed to charm the people in Tamil Nadu, and he did try to play the Tamil pride. For example, he even spoke about how announcements were going to be made into flights that would land into Tamil Nadu in Tamil.
Well, I think first of all, the larger question that people from every part of the country would bring forth in this election is, who is the best person to take this country forward, and who can give a stable government, who can give a corrupt-free government, and who has the credibility factor, who has the vision, and who can build the India of tomorrow. I think on all these scores, Narendra Modi is the one who stands out preeminently far ahead of the bow, and it is a clear choice for the people of India wherever they are from. Now, Congress is trying to invoke Tamil pride. It is trying to invoke various other issues. I don't think the people of Tamil Nadu will fall for this politicization of these issues, because the considerations are the country's safety, security, and its larger movement towards reform and transformation. So here we have in Tamil Nadu the AIA, DMK and BJP alliance still going strong. I don't think the DMK Congress alliance can control the narrative. If all around India there is a clear swing and a clear trend and a huge tsunami in favor of Modi, why not in Tamil Nadu? That's what I ask. This is where the calculations of Congress have gone completely wrong. The BJP will come out very strong with its ally in Tamil Nadu, because people of Tamil Nadu are voting for India.
39 seats, Sanjeev Srivastava. AIADMK swept it in 2014 with 37 seats. Is it only a case of anti-incumbency, and therefore, this is something that the BJP cannot count on? And are you thinking that maybe we're going to see once again the resurgence of regionalism? It's something that we saw being checked in 2014. Are we going back to that era which we saw in the 90s and the early 2000s? Could this be the trend that we're likely to see in 2019?
Well, even in 2014, Tamil Nadu was largely, so there is no resurgence of regionalism. Regionalism was always there. So while the BJP spokesperson may have his own narrative and the Congress his own, the fact of the matter is that the national parties just have to ride piggyback on a local regional party, AIADMK and DMK, since 2004. And Mr. Modi and BJP did try their best to make up with Stalin, and Mr. Modi even visited Mr. Karunanidhi, went on his death there, spent the day. So no efforts were left unturned, or every effort was done to cozy up to DMK, but DMK was not willing to play ball. So now there are a couple of things happening, like some of my previous speakers have said. Dhanya summed it up very nicely. One, there is double incumbency against AIADMK. One, local state government anti-incumbency, and Another anti-incumbency they have to suffer is because of the central government. Number two, Tamil pride is a real thing. It's not, nobody is conjuring it up, and it has been there since 1960, since the anti-Hindi thing. Now BJP represents Hindi also. Then the regional pride also means that you cannot be subservient to a national party. AIDMK leaders have behaved as if they are team B of BJP. Then there is the Dinakaran faction who is also spoiling the game for AIDMK. So in all, at least on paper, and south of Vindhyas, even if one concedes that there is some kind of a strong undercurrent for Mr. Modi in north, west and central India, south of Vindhyas there is nothing like that. So all in all, I think Tamil Nadu is a very tough nut to crack for the BJP.
Let me go back to Dhanya on this. I can see her, she's wanting to interrupt.
I just want to say,
With Dhanya, because she wants to interrupt. Dhanya, is it actually like this? South of the Vindhyas, there is no Modi wave. Like even if you look at Karnataka and the seats that are going to come up, you know, these are traditionally seats with the BJP. In these 14 seats is seen to be strong. The more, you know, the urban parts. Do you really believe in what Sanjeev Srivastava is saying, where it's actually like this south of the Vindhyas, you don't have Narendra Modi, which is so strong? And would this also be therefore not valid for the 14 seats going to polls in the second phase?
no, I think even when you look at the 5 southern states, the way they behave is very different. Kerala and Tamil Nadu that way are more similar in nature when it comes to opposing the BJP. Karnataka, I wouldn't say so. The BJP, in fact, has been in power in Karnataka. And you saw all the prime minister's rallies, the crowds that turned up in Karnataka. So Karnataka is different. Andhra and Telangana too have very strong regional parties. Now, one thing I would like to tell the BJP spokesperson is that from his answer, that's exactly what's gone wrong with the BJP, and I would say to a large extent with the Congress. They have not taken into account the fact that a state like Tamil Nadu has its own aspirations. They have their own culture. They don't want to be, everyone's of course concerned about the security of the country, but that's not the only thing that they are voting for. They want respect for their culture, for their language. They want federalism. They want the central government to act better with the state government. So there are lots of things that people are taking into consideration. It's not just about who is the stronger prime minister who will give better security to the country. So that's the BJP's and of course the Congress's mistake too in Tamil Nadu, that they have really not understood the aspirations of the people of that state properly, which is why every election they are forced to piggyback with either of the Dravidian parties. And like the speaker said, double anti-incumbency really for the AIDMK government, which is going asking votes for not only the 39 seats of Lok Sabha, but also 22 by-polls. Remember that in Tamil Nadu, it's not just the Lok Sabha that is crucial. Whoever wins the 22 by-polls, there is government may itself change after May 23rd.
Okay, so let me... You posed a counter to both the Congress and the BJP. I did see Vivek Reddy raise his hand, so I'll just go to him first on that. You know, in certain states, of course, you've made inroads. Karnataka perhaps is the best example that you can show for that in South India. But then they're making a very valid point. You have failed to do that in Tamil Nadu, and therefore you have no choice but to piggyback as you have in the past. In the past also, you have seen this particular state playing kingmaker. I think all of us who've been tracking politics will always remember that tea party that Subramanian Swamy had to host, where Jayalalitha had that letter of support. Have you maybe once again enjoyed the kind of narrative you have in the rest of the country but ignored Tamil Nadu, which could come down to haunt you one day, Vivek Reddy, in 2019?
Well, Danya must realize that BJP is a new entrant in Tamil Nadu. A fresh entrant takes time to get into the grassroots, and that will have its own period by which it can mature into a big organization, a big political party. So we can't predict that 10 years from now BJP will not have presence, or 5 years from now BJP's presence will remain the same. So, but if you look at the history of Tamil politics, Tamil Nadu's politics, you find that there is a polarization between DMK and AIDMK since the past 4 decades, where Congress played the second fiddle to either of these parties, and then the presence of Congress was there to a certain extent, and now it has diminished. Congress is a very marginalized player. So this is the political landscape which we are facing in Tamil Nadu. I don't think there is any case being made out that the BJP was against the cultural rights of any region or any dominion in India. The BJP has been the same for all the states in India. and has stood by the cultural rights, the cultural freedom of all dominions, all regions of India, and has not interfered with this aspect in any region. So if you look at all this, we find that today
Before I go
the
back,
whole
okay, I take your point. If I can go to Gaurav Vallabh, now you made your point. You made your point, Vivek Reddy. Gaurav Vallabh do you think is going to be as close in Karnataka as you saw in the assembly election? Has anything changed since then?
See, ma'am, Karnataka people had seen Yedurappa's diaries, where the names of all big politicians of BJP is written, how much money is given to them. People of Karnataka had seen that when there was a Pulwama attack and Balakot counter attack by our country, the Yedurappa ji was saying, "Ye bahut acha ho gaya, 22 seat aa jayega." People of South India had also seen that. And the representative from BJP was talking about vision. I am saying Modi ji is only having television, no vision. And he is talking about corruption. People of India can't forget that 1 lakh crore rupees got stolen and all these bhagodas are out of India, settled in across all beach countries of the world, all bhagodas. And then he talked about the cultural differences. Who will not forget the Rohit Vemula's case? Because of what happened to Rohit Vemula, nobody is going to forget. So it's all clear that Tamil Nadu...
Since you have brought this up, Gaurav Vallabh, I have to ask you a question. 1 second, Gaurav Vallabh. 32% of the 53 candidates of your party in the second phase have serious criminal charges against them. That's the highest share among all the parties put together. This is analysis done as per what the candidates themselves have self-declared. You have also the highest number of crorepati candidates. The top 3 crorepatis going into this phase of elections are also from the Congress party. You also have Sivaganga, where you've got Karti Chidambaram over there. You've got the Chidambaram factor, even as all these investigations go. Please don't talk about vindictive politics, because you still have 53 candidates that have serious criminal charges. Since you brought this point up, I have to ask you, can this go against you?
No, ma'am, I'm giving you the reason. Whatever the election commission guidelines, we are fulfilling. And why this data is not comparable to BJP data? Because majority of seats, they are not contesting at all. They are not having presence there. So we can't have apple to apple comparison for this particular phase, because BJP is not contesting on all the seats which is going for a poll in the second round. And the very small question which I just want to ask, that 39 plus 1, Tamil Nadu plus Pondicherry 40 seats, you ask any person, there is a very strong wave, and that wave is, why that wave is there? Because how Tamilians were neglected, how OPS and EPS, that drama had, the people of Tamil Nadu had seen the drama, and how Modi ji was interfering in Tamil people's life, how Tamil people's think, how Tamil people's...
I've not even touched Bengal and Assam yet, Gaurav. I've not even touched Bengal and Assam yet, and or even UP. Let me just go to Sanjeev Srivastava to tackle that. 8 seats of the UP that are going to polls in this phase, these are largely dominated with the Hindu population, but you've also got it heavily populated with the SC and the OBCs. Sanjeev Srivastava, how are you reading these 8 seats? One of the reasons I got you on the show to talk about Uttar Pradesh as well. In these 8 seats, is it all going to be about caste? And if it's going to be about that, where is that going to leave the Mahagathbandhan, the SP and the BSP? A lot of experts are divided whether this time round they're going to enjoy what they have last time.
Nayantara, just like in Western UP, it was Jatavs, Muslims and Jats in a couple of constituencies like Bagpat, Muzaffarnagar. In the next phase on 18th, the Jats will be replaced largely by Yadavs. So you will have a combination of Yadavs, Jatavs, which is the Mayawati vote, and Muslims. Now the big question in UP, and I am sure there are many who will claim to know the answer to that. The big question in UP is that will the arithmetic hold, or will, like the BJP would like us to believe, that there is a strong undercurrent in favor of Mr. Modi, which wants a stable, decisive government and a strong man like the Prime Minister to lead the country. So what actually happens in the end? In terms of arithmetic, I think the BJP is a big loser across Uttar Pradesh, because this combination of Yadav Muslims and Jatavs, Mayawati vote bank, is numerically just so superior that it's not easy to defeat them. They clearly have an upper hand. Whether this sustains, whether all the Yadavs will actually vote for the Gathbandhan, Jatavs, I know they'll stand by, and whether the Muslim vote will get divided or will unitedly go for the Gathbandhan and not be frittered away to Congress, and whether Congress is doing well. So those are the imponderables. So we have a very tight contest on hand in Uttar Pradesh, and at least on paper, the Gathbandhan has an edge, and even realistically speaking, there is no way the BJP can repeat its performance of 73 seats of 2014. The question now is whether the 73 will come down to 50 or to 40 or to 30. So whatever is, the loss is there. The quantum of loss we can discuss and debate, but we'll only actually know on 23rd of May.
Yes, of course. We'll only know that in 23rd of May. Before I wrap up, I know I haven't done justice to all the states that are going to polls. It's not possible to do that in 30 minutes. But Danya, I would like to end with you. You focus a lot on South, but do you really believe that this time round again, what we have seen in the past few times, especially in the 90s, the kingmakers will really emerge from the southern states, particularly Tamil Nadu? Do you sense that?
Well, the regional party heads in the southern states are definitely hoping that they will emerge kingmakers. And it's not just Stalin who believes that if he gets anything between 35 to 37 seats, he would have a say in who forms the next government. We also have the Chief Minister of Telangana, K. Chandrasekhar Rao, who has time and again said that he's got himself, the TRS party, and Jagan Mohan Reddy in Andhra Pradesh, and they would bargain as a bloc. That's something which KCR and Jagan Mohan Reddy have made very clear. So yes, all these parties in the south are looking forward to May 23rd. They hope that they will become the kingmakers if all of them have 30 seats each.
Wants to counter you?
Pardon?
I can see Sanjeev Srivastava raising his hands. He wants to counter you immediately.
Can I?
What do you want to say?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I only wanted to say that the possibility
and let's not forget, you may also have a DD factor too in West Bengal, which we've not talked about. I know I talked about the South India kingmakers. I just want to put it in perspective that, while we've not talked about it, you can also, let's not forget the DD factor which may come in from West Bengal when you're talking about alliances.
Okay, so two states which are important. One is West Bengal, another is Karnataka. I think West Bengal, the BJP is largely depending on some kind of counter polarization against what they describe as Mamta's appeasement politics or going out to woo Muslims. But Mamta has a very strong cadre on the ground and it's a very solid chunk. So despite BJP's best efforts, how much of an inroad they are going to make into Mamta Banerjee's really solid turf is a difficult one to guess. Some people give them 10 seats in West Bengal, some people give them 5. So I don't know what to choose from. Both are, and accordingly Mamta will get around 27, 28 or plus 30. Karnataka is the another state which you haven't discussed. Remember, Karnataka BJP got 18 seats last time out of 28. In the bipole, 2 parliamentary bipoles held in December, both were won by JDS Congress combination. So again on paper, the JDS Congress combination looks more formidable, other than some parts of coastal Karnataka and North Karnataka where the BJP has been traditionally strong.
You're disagreeing. So you say you don't agree with that. You don't agree with that. Come in.
No, but the point is the JDS and the Congress coalition did look very good on paper. But all the developments in the last 2 weeks, I think the coalition has weakened itself, especially in the old Mysuru region. And this could have a ripple effect in other regions of Karnataka. Over the last 2-3 days, they have somehow tried to patch up. They've had these press conferences. They've had these meets where the JDS and Congress leaders are hugging each other. But largely, the animosity within the coalition has affected cadres on the ground. And I believe that is something which will become advantage for the BJP in Karnataka.
Okay, you know, we're completely out of time. I know we could have carried on for another 30 minutes, but my producer telling me we have to wrap up. You know, we will be discussing the phase 2 elections all the way till Thursday. I'd like to thank each of my panelists for joining me here on this edition of the India Development Debate, and many thanks for tuning in.